How many people who seemed interested in your business just disappeared this month? You know what I'm talking about. They asked about your services, but somewhere along the way, they got busy, overwhelmed, or maybe they just needed more time to decide. But most business owners make one of two mistakes. They either chase these people too hard or they give up after trying once or twice. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple 3-step way to follow up with these people without being pushy or annoying. This works because you focus on helping them first, not trying to sell them something. You'll also learn why people stop responding in the first place, why this gentle approach actually works better, and what to do when someone contacts you months later. Let's get started. Okay, so why do people who seem interested just disappear? I used to think it was because they didn't like me, or they found someone cheaper. Turns out, that's almost never the case. Most of the time, it's one of 3 things. First, they're confused about something. Maybe you explained your process and they didn't really get it, or maybe your pricing seemed complicated, or they're not sure what working with you would actually look like day to day. Second, the timing just isn't right. This happens all the time. They really do want to work with you, but their current project isn't finished yet, or they're waiting for their business partner to get back from vacation, or they need to wait until next quarter when their budget resets. And third, this is the big one. They're scared. Not scared of you, but scared of making the wrong decision. What if your solution doesn't work for their specific situation? What if they spend all this money and it's a disaster? What if there's something better out there and they haven't found it yet? The good thing is, you can actually help with all of these problems just by following up in the right way. All right, so now let's look at a quick and simple follow-up plan. I'm not saying that this is the one and only way to do your messages, but it is a simple way that can get you on your way. 3 simple messages, spaced about a week apart. Message 1, just checking in. About a week after they go quiet, send something like this. Hey Peppa, just wanted to check in and see how things are going with your client onboarding situation. I know you're probably swamped with everything else, so no pressure at all. Just wanted you to know I'm here if any questions come up. That's it. Short, friendly, no agenda. You're not asking for anything. You're just being a nice human who cares about their problem. For message 2, wait another week, then send something useful. This could be a story about another client who had a similar problem, a quick tip they can use right away, or an answer to a worry you think they might have. For example, Hi Peppa. Can you tell that I've been hanging around a lot of kids lately? Hi Peppa, I was just working with another business owner who had a similar problem with keeping clients happy, and I remembered our conversation. She made one simple change to how she starts working with new clients, and it really helped. I thought you might find this interesting. It's actually something you could try this week if you want. No strings attached, just thought it might help. This one works because you're showing your expertise while proving that you think about their success even when they're not paying you. Message 3, want to chat? So after another week or so, gently suggest talking again. But here's the key. Make it about them, not about you. Hey Peppa, I've been thinking about the client problems you mentioned, and I have a few ideas that might work well for your type of business. Would a quick 15-minute chat be helpful? No agenda from me, just happy to share what's worked for other business owners like you. See how that feels different? You're not saying, are you ready to hire me yet? You're saying, I might be able to help you solve this problem. Someone once asked me this once, but this seems way too soft. Shouldn't you be more aggressive? Create urgency? Tell them they're missing out? Here's the thing. When you're pushy, you're working on your timeline, not theirs. You want to close the deal this week because you need the money, but they might need 2 months to make this decision, and that's totally normal. When you send that first gentle check-in, you're basically saying, I get it, you're busy, and I'm not going to be a pain about this. That actually makes them more likely to respond when they're ready. The helpful message is huge because most people have never experienced a service provider who thinks about their problems when they're not getting paid. It builds trust in a way that no sales pitch ever could. And by the time you suggest reconnecting, they already know you're not going to pressure them. They're actually curious about what insights you might have. The difference between helpful follow-ups and annoying ones comes down to 3 things: your goal, your timing, and how you sound. Your goal should always be to help first. If you're mainly trying to make the sale, people will sense that and they'll avoid you. But if you really want to solve their problem, they'll be much more open to hearing from you. Timing matters too. Space your follow-ups far enough apart that you're not overwhelming them, but don't wait so long that they forget who you are. Usually, a week to 10 days between messages works well. And write like you're talking to a friend. Use their name. Reference something specific from your conversation. Give them an easy out with phrases like, "No worries." If the timing isn't right, or completely understand if you're too busy right now. This happens more than you think, and most people handle it completely wrong. So let's say Peppa emails you in December, but you first talked to her in June. Your instinct might be to just pick up where you left off. Great to hear from you. Are you ready to move forward with that client retention project we discussed? Don't do that. Her business has probably changed completely in 6 months. Maybe she's busier now and needs a different solution. Maybe her budget is different. Maybe the problem evolved into something totally new. Instead, treat her like a warm lead who you're meeting for the first time. Peppa, so good to hear from you. I'm sure tons has changed since we first chatted. Want to hop on a quick call to see what your situation looks like now? This gives you a chance to understand what she actually needs today, not what she needed 6 months ago. I've seen so many people lose deals because they assume nothing had changed. Every time I teach this, someone asks if this will annoy people. The honest answer? It might annoy some people, but those people weren't going to hire you anyway. The people who are genuinely interested in solving their problem will appreciate that you followed up in a helpful way. I've had people tell me they were impressed that I stayed in touch without being pushy. What if they never respond to any of my messages? That's fine. Not everyone is going to become a client. But here's what often happens. They'll keep your emails, and when they're finally ready to move forward, guess who they'll call? The person who was patient and helpful, not the one who gave up after one try. How many times should I follow up? I usually stick to this 3-message sequence, then maybe one more gentle touch a couple months later. After that, just add them to your regular newsletter and leave them alone. But how do you know if this is actually working? See, most people send follow-up emails and have no idea if they're working. That's like driving with your eyes closed. You don't need fancy software for this. Just keep track of a few simple things in a spreadsheet. How many people respond to each message? Which message gets the most responses? And most importantly, which approach leads to actual conversations with good potential clients? Maybe you'll discover that your second message gets the best response. That tells you people really value the helpful content. Or maybe most people respond to your third message, which means patience and persistence are key for your audience. The point is, you want to know what's working so you can do more of it. Okay, so let me give a really simple tip, okay? Look at your own business process to figure out where people are most likely to disappear. Then create specific follow-up messages for those spots. For example, if you notice that people often stop responding after they see your prices, your follow-up messages should address common price concerns. If they disappear after your first call, maybe they need more clarity about how you work or how long things take. The key is to be ready for the places where people most often disappear in your specific business. This way, you're not just rescuing people who disappeared, you're stopping them from disappearing in the first place. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is that following up isn't about being super aggressive or sending more emails like, "Roar, let's crush this thing and soak up all the leads." Yeah, sure, you are trying to get more leads and all, but you're also trying to be more helpful and more patient with your leads. The people who are right for your business will appreciate your thoughtful follow-up approach, and the wrong people will just ignore you, which saves you time anyway. The people who are meant to work with you will find their way back when the timing is right. Your job is just to make it easy for them to do that. If you want to figure out where people are dropping off in your own business, I've got a simple checklist that walks you through the whole process. It's made specifically for service businesses like yours, and it'll help you spot exactly where you're losing people and what to do about it. You can get it for free. The link is right below this video. This has been Rita with ClicksandThings.com. See you in the next one.